Hello, this is YouTube. Lion Unlimited Summit 683. First one for January and for 2025. And my trust sidekick is Nikki. She's taking a selfie of herself. Hello. wait. Now you go. There we go. Hey. All right, cool. So everyone out there, you can't see my face because it's silhouette. Let me do that. So here's Table Mountain, and there is Camps Bay, where all the politicians have a house. That's right, even the politicians have houses here. So, yeah, Summit 683, and I was supposed to talk about something. I can't remember what, but I think I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. So yeah, I remember now. So of the question I always get asked is, why do I do this? And that question always that answer to that question always evolves, because there's a lot of reasons of why, but you always like find out, just like you get to know yourself, you sort of figure out what are some of the subconscious reasons you do things. And I'd like to report most of them of mine are positive. Well, actually, all of them are. Can't think of anything negative. But yeah, why do you do what you do? Well, the first 500 was I wanted to, achieve something nobody else has, and also do it for a noble reason, which is spread some mental health awareness. And people always ask me, mental health awareness, what does that mean? And it's a good question, actually. Am I doing it for my own mental health, or am I trying to encourage other people, or what am I doing? And it's a yes to all sort of answer. And you can see me. The sun is in my eyes, so I'm gonna do that, and you can see my eyeballs now. So why do I do what I do? Well, there's a lot of reasons, and that's why also I'm writing a book. But primarily, I started doing this because I used to love hiking up Lion's Head anyway. Right after I came off the cruise ships in 2017, there was no money for gym because I was just living on a budget. And Virgin Active is very expensive, and all these other ones. So I was like, free gym on Lion's Head. So I did Lion's Head like 3 to 4 times, and then it felt like second nature to me. And also, like, around the same time when I lost a friend to suicide, because you never know, you can't see it happening, or you never expect it, but they weren't exactly feeling great, and didn't know who to speak to, how to speak about it, or maybe there was so much pressure on them, and sometimes we don't know who to talk to, and then it feels easier. And I speak from the people I've spoken to. Sometimes it's easier to exit the building than to scream for help, because you don't want to be a hindrance to anyone. And there's so many inexplicable things, emotions that you can feel when mentally you're struggling. So there's never going to be a direct answer or a objective answer to all this. It's all subjective. But what we can do, and what is missing from the world, is this whole idea of community, of looking after each other and being available for each other, and like I said the other time, we've lost our mentors. We actually have to pay people to be our life coaches, which is fine. It's just the way the world, and it's a great thing to have. But we're fairly quite divided, and this division has caused people to be alone and suffer alone. And communication itself is a skill, and not everyone can express themselves in a way that they can be helped. I mean, look at Vincent van Gogh. He had to paint. He painted beautiful paintings, and he had mental issues. But at least we could see the beauty within it. And not everyone gets to be a Vincent van Gogh. where we see people turning their challenges, mental challenges, into something artistic. We can't all be that, and some of us don't have the tools or the ability to express ourselves without feeling judged. And that's the thing. We live in a world which is fairly judged. Well, how many followers do you have? How many this and that? How much money do you make? And this and blah blah. It's a fairly judgmental world we live in. Like, oh, you support that guy. You support that guy. Oh, I'm putting you in this box. We're so quick to put people in boxes. So no wonder some people feel it's easier to check out than to ask for help. So I think it's a two-way street that, as a person struggling with mental health, know that there are people out there like us that care, mental health workers, and even some of your friends. You'll never know. I last year, 2024, I was struggling, and I was amazed by the amount of people that came running to help me. It's like, your friends coming to help you put out the fire. And there are people out there. So there's that. There's also the fact that it takes also the rest of the world to just take it easy on people. And nobody's saying you should go around giving everyone a hug, or just be kind. Just start with kindness, like happy 2025. Say that before judging them for having the wrong sunglasses or whatever. Just be kind. You never know what's going on in another man's head, or another person's head, another woman's head, whatever. You never know. So just be kind. That little bit of kindness goes a long way. And it is also a responsibility of you and me to look after our own mental health by doing as much as we can, which is why I love hiking. I love running up and down the mountain. I get to clear my mouth and my mind. Verbal diarrhea coming up here. But it is a great way to clear your mind, just doing anything active, anything. Nobody's saying you should get a subscription to Virgin Active. Nobody's saying you should freaking go from whatever you are now to being Arnold Schwarzenegger or become the next, gold marathon runner or whatever. Just 1 inch at a time. 1 inch at a time. And do it for you. Don't do it for anyone else. Don't do it for an ex who let you down, or don't do it because you were critiqued by someone. Do not do it for other people, because you will run out of steam eventually. But if you do it for yourself, and I always say, the best way to go about it is this: ask yourself how the 8-year-old version of you and the 80-year-old version of you would feel about you right now. Let's say you're in your 40s or 30s or 20s. Is the 8-year-old version you and the 80-year-old version, are they going to be like proud of you or disappointed? I always say, like, when I was 8, I wanted to be Batman, man. Batman and Indiana Jones. And you know what? It's great. This last year, I said to myself, I'm going to learn a few languages. I'm going to learn jiu-jitsu. I'm going to learn some other martial arts. I'm not exactly Batman or Indiana Jones, but you know what? It felt good, making the 8-year-old me happy. And I bet you the 80-year-old me is also going, that was awesome. So, yeah. And we're back. Sorry for that interruption, but I thought it'd help some people. I think they're from Holland. So, yeah. What was I talking about? Mental health. Why do I do it? I do this for many reasons, and I'm probably gonna have to sit down about it and make a nice long video about why I do this. But I do it to help myself and help other people, and inspire myself and inspire other people. So, yeah. If you want to come and summit with me, just drop me a line, ask me when I'm going next. When I go. So I'm not going to change it because you can't come. But just there's 317 times to go. So I'm very dry mouth. 317 times to go. So drop me a line. Come on Instagram and Facebook. Ask me if you want to come. If you can come, and I'll probably say yes. But for now, let me finish this summit. I'm gonna have a nice margarita. Good job. Don't forget, mountains are medicine, and look after yourselves, and happy 2025. And remember, this year it's all about you and looking after yourself and saying no to bad energy and yes to good energy. Don't be scared of building boundaries that look after yourself. Okay. If someone's upset about your boundaries, don't worry. Probably profited them, that's why they're upset. So look after yourselves. Bye bye.